start by dancing.
And we're back with Good Morning Sri Lanka. In case you just tuned in, we have Mr. Chandran Ratnam in the studio to speak about his new film, According to Matthew. Chandran, hello.
Hi.
For the viewers that just tuned in, we're just like, hey, how's it going? All right, so tell us, according to Matthew, and Maya she was so interested all the time, like she didn't even look at me. Like I was like, usually she would look at me like while we're talking.
Oh, really?
I'd be like, oh right, yeah.
Maybe
now Mr. Ratnam's stealing the show, I see.
Because it's a very, very interesting story that you're trying to tell here. I mean, the story itself, like when you're just sitting here on a couch and telling me, is so intriguing. I can just imagine when it comes onto the screen as a film, what it'll look like with all the period costumes and the drama that happened during that time.
Yeah.
And one thing that you said that, what was it that to keep your crew happy, what do you have to do while you're on set?
No, I've been in the film location service business for a long time as well. So what I learned, I was just mentioning it to Jason, that you got to feed them well and give them good accommodation and you can get 200% done.
I would love to work for Mr. Chandraratnam. You know that? Because
I see how it works.
Hey, absolutely. No, really.
A good breakfast spread sounds good.
You got to respect your crew. You got to give them give them a good time. They should have a better time on as far as the conditions there should be better than they were anywhere else. So when they are happy, the job is done, we are happy, and it works beautifully.
Right.
If you take it as a percentage, how much do actors contribute for a film and how much does the crew contribute for a film? How would you say it?
You mean contribute in sense of time, or
in terms of making it a success?
Oh, well, the actors are very, very important.
Of course.
I can have the best crew and bad actors and you've gone down the drain. But you know, when you're in the business, you pick up the right people and you form your own team. Now we're having a nice team that's being created by Jason. He's picking up all the young people he meets on my movies and he's getting his own thing together. That's good. And I'm very happy.
Jason.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. Yeah. So I like to work with young people. It rubs off on me. I feel better working with young people and new talent. I enjoy it. Yeah. And if they've never acted before, it's okay. I like people who don't bring baggage to the set. Not that good actors bring baggage, but good actors,
Yes.
good actors also bring experience, which is on the other hand, which is very important. But I like to also create new talent. I mean, mold new talent or help them. And I mean, if they work according to my vision, then I'm happy, and eventually you'll have a good movie.
Of course. Yeah. And what do you think about the talent that you see in Sri Lanka now, the young talent? And do you see a lot of promise happening? A lot of people starting up on their own, maybe?
Absolutely. Listen, I think I may have said this many times, so it might be boring, but this is the age for cinema in Sri Lanka, or actually the world, because with the advent of the new technology of digital formats, young people are able to show their talent to producers. In my day, it was so expensive to buy raw stock. I mean, I wrote my first script and I carried it around for 15 years. Nobody helped me. Still, I got a job, I earned the money and made my own film. But you don't have to do that today. You can make a movie with your iPhone. You can show your talent. See, when everybody wants to be a movie star, everybody wants to be a director, everybody wants to be a producer. But if they come to me for help, I'll say, what have you done? So in my day, I had to scratch my head. I had not done anything. but today, you can say, one moment, I have a 5-minute movie, what do you think? And if that makes an impression, then obviously the guy is talented, and then we would want to help him. So I think this is the new age, and there is great opportunity for young people. And the young people are coming up with so many good ideas. So I am all for it.
All right. I mean, those are inspiring words, I think, for anyone who's listening in, actually, and they're thinking, oh, I have an idea for a movie.
Yeah,
then go ahead, right?
Yeah,
go for it. Direct your own
Go
thing.
for it. Yeah.
Now, getting back to the film set of According to Matthew, like you said, you were on a short time period that you had to shoot as much as you can. For a creative mind, getting, now it's something different to get your shot, but something different to tell a story, like putting those together. Does lack of sleep mess around with your workflow?
Well, I'll tell you, as I'm telling you, as my personal experience as a director, I get ready for a shoot like I'm ready for a war. I rest up, I discipline myself, stay away from alcohol, stay away from breaking rest. Be very, be prepared. I think the director owes that to the crew. He's got to be there with his mind and physical being, mental and physical being. It's like waging a war. So I attune myself to that, and I'm very disciplined, and I'm on the set at the right time, and I do my work, knowing, like Sir Ben Kingsley said, knowing that my crew is aware of what I'm doing, and by the time I get there, it's all set up for me, because we have discussed it the previous day, and we go forward. I'm not the type of person to go on the set in the morning and start thinking about what I'm going to do. First of all, we've got the script, everybody understands the script, everybody understands what I'm going to do the next day. So I work closely with my cameraman, I have a chat with him before I go home. I say, this is what we have on the camera here, bang, 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 and he's ready. And when you work with the cameraman 2 or 3 times, he knows what you're after. And he will put in his input, which is also necessary. He can come to me and say, sir, what do you think of this idea? I'll say, show me. If I like it, I'll say, yes, I'll take that. Or if I don't like his idea, I'll say, I don't want to do that, and do it this way. But I learned this from Steven Spielberg. He listens to everybody. He does not take their advice. But he's got an ear for everybody. Supposing you come up with a cracker idea, which I never even imagined. I want it. I'll take it. So I'm not the type of director who says, I know everything. I don't know everything. As I said, I'm learning a lot of things. We did a shot of Matthew after he has exorcised a woman and a girl, and in my opinion, he has taken the devil out of that teenage girl, and the devil has come into him. He extracts the devil from various exorcisms, and where do the devils go? It's got to go somewhere. So my conception, my vision is it enters him. That is why he behaves so badly. So he's at a table having his dinner, and he sees Daphne, Jacqueline's character, move across, and then the devil in him emerges. So somebody suggested a certain shot where we move the camera forward, and at the same time we zoom out. And I thought, my God, that's fantastic. Let's do it. So things like that. So I'm open for suggestion, because even the guy who serves the tea might have a good idea. And I think the whole idea is to make a good movie. So what is it? It does not mean that I know everything about it. So if you have ideas, I'll listen. But I'm quick to say no as well.
So I guess that comes with experience, whether an idea will work or not.
Yeah.
And to say that once you hear the idea, it definitely comes from experience.
But you'll be surprised what these young people come up with. So I'm taking advantage of them.
And I'm sure they're taking advantage of you as well. But experience and new ideas. So they go hand in hand, of course.
Absolutely.
But this work etiquette that you have, did you pick it up somewhere in Hollywood when you worked there 30 odd years ago, or
no? Well,
something?
it rubs off on you, no? You take in the good and the bad, and then it's up to you. It's up to you to decide what you're going to keep. You see certain directors work, and I've worked with the best directors in the world, and you see certain things, and you unconsciously absorb some things, and it becomes part of you. You don't even know where it came from sometimes, but it molds you, and you become a different. You change all the time.
So you are all of the things that you have experienced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like in any profession. Like in any profession.
On that note, I think we'll go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we go into the Hollywood Reporter, news about Spielberg landing to Sri Lanka to meet Ratnam. We'll get into detail about that right after the break. Visit our page on www.facebook.com/Good Morning Sri Lanka. Click the like button and stand a chance to win merchandise by MTV. We'll be right back. And we're back with Good Morning Sri Lanka. Again, joining us right into the set is Bimsara Premaratna. She's an actress who plays the wife of Father Matthew. Welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka.
With that sinister introduction.
Arriving a bit late, aren't we? How is it? What is your morning routine? Just getting up in the morning and stuff and just going.
Well, and most people who know me know this. I'm a very late riser, a very late sleeper also, but yeah, I wake up quite late. Don't ask me when, but
we'll just say that we're glad to have you on the show. Then, yes.
Likewise,
thank you for taking some time out and being with us. But you're involved with a very exciting project, and that's According to Matthew.
It is.
Tell us about how you got involved with this, and did you audition like everyone else?
Yes, I did. Well, I heard from a director that I had worked with previously that they're looking for various characters for this film, and he knew that I was interested in getting into film, so he said, why don't you try this out? So I gave a call to the casting director, and they gave me audition time, and so I went on, and then, I mean, the audition was just a breeze, like it was just more or less like any screen test. But I think the interesting thing there was my sister was accompanying me, and she was also asked to audition as well. And so she also ended up playing a character in the film.
But she had no intention of auditioning.
She had no intention whatsoever, and no experience also in acting.
Now, tell us about your character that you play in According to Matthew.
Well, my character is quite an elderly lady. She's, I think you start from being 38 years old and then go on to progress to being about 50, 55, somewhere there. And also, she's quite different to the kind of character that I've used to play before. And she's very trusting. She's very supportive of the husband. She doesn't believe anything negative about him, and so she's quite a devoted and trusting wife.
But was that a big transition from you? I mean, you're definitely not 50 years old.
No,
but you had to play someone who was that age. So, what was the challenge like there?
The challenge, I think, was that she had not so much dialogue, and she didn't have so much of presence in the film. I mean, she is there quite a bit, but hers is more of a sort of passive observer kind of role. She doesn't get too involved with the plot itself. You know, she's not like a plot driving character, so to speak. So the challenge, I think, was when you have to, with the little bit of dialogue you get, the little bit of time on camera that you get to sort of show her characteristics and to establish with the audience a sort of the sympathy that they need to have for her, and you know, and also to show that that she's very loving and kind and quite generous.
She didn't deserve what she got.
And the funny thing is, you can't really picture her playing like a 38-year-old, 39, because like you see her on, like I think Mr. Ratnam can relate as well. You see her on set, and we're like, oh, okay, she's a normal-looking girl with the makeup and stuff. But then when she takes the makeup off, everyone's just stopping, like, wait a minute. What are you doing on the set? You're not the girl playing
the first few days.